Hello everybody, my name is Luke Marr and this is Hot Mode, and today on Hot Mode we are getting into the Men's Fashion Week roast and review of all the celebrity outfits from the Spring 2026 collections and attendees. There's a lot of celebrities, a lot to discuss, some big ones, some that we might not all know, but this fashion must be talked about. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first up we have ASAP Nast, who is wearing Louis Vuitton, and I love this. I think the purple on purple is absolutely decadent and delicious. We'll also see that it was hot in Paris during the men's shows, but the things we do for fashion, like pain is beauty, like one must deliver, and I think that ASAP Nast, he did it. The knit little cardigan with the shirt and the tie underneath, that yellow with the purple stripe really pops to me. Coat, suit, it's not really like a suit. It's not like a suit jacket. It's like a coat jacket, or a coat isn't really a jacket, but you get what I'm saying. With a purple trouser, I like it. I like how slouchy it kind of is. And I also enjoy the shoe. I think it's fine. I think it works. I didn't realize this, but the hat actually is fully embellished. And one of the bags on the runway that walked the runway was a keep-all bag that had all of this crystal embellishment all over it. That's the exact same color and the exact same embellishment as the hat. ASAP Nast was getting a little bit of a preview. Must be nice. I also like that he's carrying the little sort of trunk, suitcase, briefcase bag. I think it's fun. I think it's very much so of Pharrell's whole LV. He really does push this idea of the trunk and the structure of Louis Vuitton. I think he looks wonderful and great, and I'm gonna be honest, don't really get too much better from here on out. So next up we have BamBam, who is wearing Louis Vuitton as well. I think this is fine. I think the jacket is cool. I don't know exactly what the reference is for the jacket. To me, it looks a little hanbok-y, the sort of lapel being super long that is coming down, but it's obviously not sort of the length of a hanbok, and also it's in a leather, but I like the cut of it. I think it's different. I like the distressed leather. I also like for LV, considering the only real like monogrammy or print or pattern that references the brand is the little sort of fleur diamonds that are right on, you know, the chest area on the lapels. It's really simple. The flare pants, it's tough because I think that some people look great in flares, and I think some people don't. And I think there's something about, you can see it. I know it's just the body, and I completely understand. I have a body and I have hips, and they don't lie. When you see where the sort of hip juts out and then at the knee area sort of juts back in and then it reflares, I always think it just doesn't really look great. And I think that across the board for almost everybody, it's not really like a BamBam thing. I think it's just the cut of a flare. It can be really hard. And it's also the way that the fabric stretches to fit to the body. Like I have beautiful jeans, gorgeous jeans that were very expensive. They were the Row. And what happened is my thighs, my hips, they popped out a little bit and the jeans stretched. And so in reality now at the knee, it looks like I'm wearing flares, even though they're straight leg jeans. But that's just the way that the body does it. So the flares can work, but I think that they need to be a little baggier all across, and I think they need to have a more subtle knee jut out or jut in, because sometimes it looks a little odd like this. Now, before we get any further into the video, I want to say a huge shout out to today's sponsor, who is Foreo. Now, Foreo has sent over the FAQ 202 silicone LED face mask. I'm kind of obsessed with it. So all I'm gonna do is put it on and give it a little tighten. Not too tight though. Then I'm gonna power it on, and I have an LED face mask light treatment that we're gonna do while I do the video. Now, I should say that the FAQ does have about 8 different light settings, and they all have different treatments. So right now I'm on the beautiful blue, and this is said to reduce the appearance of blemishes. I can switch it over to a gorgeous red, and this helps to combat the signs of aging skin for a more youthful look, but I don't want to do too much of that, you know. And we have green that is said to even a dull complexion. We also have orange, which is said to help improve a skin texture, and purple helps with age spots too. Now, Foreo says that you're supposed to use this for about 15 minutes 3 to 5 times a week, and you can do literally anything while you're using it, which is why I'm going to be reviewing some of the looks. To help us do that, I'm going to use the FAQ app, which actually has a timer on it and does a 3-phase LED treatments. I'm going to go onto my phone. I'm going to go onto treatments. It's going to connect to my mask. So we're going to be doing the anti-wrinkle. It's the perfect combination of LED wavelengths to target fine lines and wrinkles. Now, the other great thing is Foreo is having great deals because it is their birthday. Happy birthday to you, Foreo. And you are getting a 35% discount with the code LEMODE35. That's LEMODE35. Now, the LEMODE coupon is valid site-wide, and if you stack it with some of the Foreo birthday discounts, you can get up to 50% off. So go click the link in my description box below. Use code LEMODE35. I have to keep doing my treatments, but we're also going to get started on the rest of these reviews. So thank you to Foreo. I'm like feeling titillated already. Next up, we have Beyonce and Jay-Z, and here's my thing. I actually kind of don't love Beyonce's look. That's crazy, I know. The blue denim on denim is fine. Like, I completely get it. I completely understand it. She's in her Cowboy Carter era. We live, laugh, love that. It's just that it's not the most exciting look ever. I think that the brown feather coat is really lovely. I think that the brown belt, I think the shoe, the hat, like, I get it. I'd love to see her in a little bit more like Pharell V. Pharell V. That's what we should call Pharell V. Jay-Z's a little bit more LV'd out with the LV monogram on his leather jacket. But even then, I wasn't living. But also with Beyonce, it's like she's been doing so many looks for the tour that I don't really mind her like not serving. I'm more upset about other people not serving at these kinds of events because they don't serve any other time. And speaking of that, we have Bradley Cooper. Here's my thing. I understand that this Louis Vuitton look is a suede camp collar shirt, and he has a sort of baggy pant and a dad sneaker. I don't like it. I feel like it's not fashion. It's not trying. It's not really exciting. It's not very interesting. The color blue looks nice on him, but go to parent pickup at the schoolyard and you'll see this outfit. Lowe's and you'll see this out. Go anywhere else and you'll see this outfit, and I just don't think that this is like the look. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's chic. I don't think it's elegant. I don't think it's elevated. It's just kind of clothes, and like for a fashion show I expect clothes because he's at a fashion show. I go to a fashion show and I wear something simple, but that's because I'm covering the fashion show. It's a little different. If you're like a celebrity that's attending the fashion show, like we expect you to attend the fashion show, and I feel like school's in session but nobody's attending. Next up we have Eun-woo, who is wearing Saint Laurent. This is cute. I like it. I think double-breasted is great on him. The turtleneck, he is sweating for a cause. See, it's possible to wear a turtleneck and a jacket. And the pant boot thing, I don't really understand if this is one whole garment. I don't understand if this is a leather pant and then there's a boot hiked up there, which if there is, like, I'd like to watch how that was done because I'm sure it took a minute. But Saint Laurent last season showed those big, beautiful waiter boots, and they're really hot and sexy and very cool and fun and funky. I think this is good. I appreciate it. It's trying. It's a little different. It's a little out there. It's menswear. It's chic. It's elegant. Next up, we have Cooper Koch, and he is wearing Saint Laurent as well. Again, we have this sort of leather trouser, but it's not a boot. This, you can tell, is not a boot. It's a patent leather shoe, so it's different. It's not the most exciting look ever. I kind of would expect a little bit more pizzazz from Cooper Koch. It's very Monsieur Saint Laurent, but I want a little bit more. Okay, next up, we have Daniel Craig, who is wearing Dior. This is the first collection by Jonathan Anderson, and Jonathan dressed most of the celebrities and the VIPs in his Dior, so you're kind of seeing the collection a little peu, as the French would like to say, before the actual show. Models walk down the runway. Now, Daniel Craig is wearing a little, undone collar with a loose tie, but I kind of love that. He's wearing what I assume is a Donegal tweed jacket, because that's what Jonathan used for a lot of the collection, tweed from Ireland because he's Irish. But also, fun fact, if you didn't know, Christian Dior used a lot of Donegal tweed in his first two collections. There's a connection there. What I'll also say is the denim, it's fine. I just don't love the shoe. I wish they put him in like a Dior sneaker. It's not that I don't love New Balance. I just don't like those kinds of New Balances. But overall, I think it's fine. Again, not super exciting, not super memorable, but I'm going to let it rock because, again, we're still seeing it happen, and also we don't want to give too much away. Next up, we have Francis Ford Coppola, and, like, okay, love that. Only Saint Laurent could get Francis Ford Coppola, I guess, to, like, show up to the show. I think he looks good. It's a double-breasted blazer, but it's done on the lowest button, which I think is interesting. To me, it reminds me a little bit of, like, a waistcoat, but I think it's classic. I wouldn't expect anything too crazy out of him. I'm just happy that he's doing the Saint Laurent modern double-breasted look. I think the tie works. I think the shoes are great. I like the pant. I'm just kind of gagged to see him. Next up, we have Future. He's wearing Louis Vuitton. I don't understand skinny jeans. Why we're wearing skinny jeans at a Louis Vuitton show. I also don't really understand the tank top. Out of everything that we could do, this is what we decide to do. Like, I see that there's an LV leather patch there. I understand the sneaker of it all, although I don't really love those sneakers. That's just me. I get the color and the patina and like the leather of Louis Vuitton, and I see the leather weaving on the hat, and it's a trucker hat, and if LV is making leather trucker hats, interesting. But, you know, I don't think it's a great look at all. It feels a little bit lazy, sloppy, boring. Now, talking about somebody doing something, this is Giveon. Thought he was wearing the boots, but he still looks great. I think it's just Giveon has like an energy. He knows how to like sell it. He knows how to pose. I mean, even the shirt being unbuttoned on the cuff and then rolling it up into the jacket is lovely. Again, it's more or less like Cooper Cox's look, just with a little bit more styling, I would say. I kind of wish that he was wearing the boots because I love those boots, but it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. He's selling me on the garment, though. Ooh, next up we have J-Hope, who's wearing Louis Vuitton, and I think this is good. I think this is nice. I'm pretty positive he's wearing, it's either black or it's a really dark purple. It's definitely like a tweed. I think that it works. I think it's cool. I think it's chic. I like the collarless jacket element. I think it is purple. I'm going to go with purple. I'm calling it purple, whatever. The white shirt, the pale pink tie, very sweet. I think that the purple pants, here, again, the flare, it works. It's a little different. There's something about it, the way that it sort of moves down. Like, maybe it's because he's popping his hip out. Like, maybe it's a pose thing. I think the shoes are better here, mostly because they're covered a lot by the flare. And I like this Speedy 35 in the pink with the white monogram. I think really lovely. He looks sweet and chic. It's not too crazy. It's not too out there, but it's still, like, different. It's a collarless jacket. It has a tie. There's a flare pant. There's a fun bag. Like, there's brooches and there's a pop to it. It doesn't just feel like, oh wow, a purple suit. Next up we have Jackson Wang, who is wearing Louis Vuitton, and honestly, I think this is fine. It's a striped, very short collared set. I actually think the pants are great. I like the bagginess of them. I think they work with the shoe here. I think that's all right. I think the jacket actually works well. I think it's just the striped print with the red LV print. It says Vuitton, and then it has one of the flowers in it. I think it's taking me like a little bit of time to get used to, but like I don't mind it. I also wonder if it's like maybe a Kenzo collaboration. There's just something to it that has some sort of 20th century reference to me, but I actually really like it. I think that it fits him well. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I think it's something you can look a little bit deeper at and say, oh, there's something here. And it fits him well, so I'm not complaining. Next up, we have James Harden, who is wearing Louis Vuitton. I think the clothes, fine. This jacket, it's what we call like a shacket. It's like a shirt jacket. It has the Louis Vuitton monogram, but it's done in either woven like that, or there's some sort of fabric element to it that is making it raised. I'm not sure exactly. Then I look at the shorts, and they're woven to be the damier. I think as far as like, yes, it's on the nose, LV referencing, but at least it's not like brown monogram, brown damier, call it a day. Like, it's woven into the clothing. It's trying to be a little bit more subtle while still having a very heavy branding element. So I actually kind of don't mind that. I think that in terms of Pharell, whatever. I think the shoes, meh. I do like the socks, though. I would never buy the socks, but I like the socks. And as for the bag, this metallic, I assume it's real crocodile. I don't really know, but I think it's cool. I think it's different. I think it's interesting. I feel like that's what Pharrell's been really going for lately, is heavy on exotics. 2 each. All right, next up we have Kai from EXO, who is wearing Prada. I think this is interesting. I like that he went for the shirtless styling. I am sure that the fans outside of Fondazione Prada were very happy about that. But I think the denim over the suit, it's fine. I think it's cool. I also think it's interesting that the pants are chalk stripe, but the jacket is not. It's just black. It's not my favorite look, I'll be honest, but I just think it's interesting that they did it. Next up, we have Keith Powers, and this I think is good. I like this light beige jacket. I like the pink tie. I like the shirt. The pant is fine. The shoes work, but I actually kind of love that I can see it looks like a boxer to me. I don't know if it's the bottom of the shirt and it's meant to sort of tuck into the shirt and then sort of pull up and look like the boxers are coming out of the pants. I don't know if it's a part of the pant. I don't know if he just chose to like wear those boxers and or shorts and do that. Like, however it came together, I'm kind of obsessed with it. I really enjoy it. It's making me happy and lovely and wonderful, and I think it's cool. Next up, we have LaKeith Stanfield, who is wearing Dior. Again, first Dior that we're seeing, white on white. I'm telling you that when you have a shirt and you have a tie, if they're the same color, you're winning right now. That is the trend. That is the moment. The girls are living. I like this cargo pant that does have Dior on it, and I like the boot. I want to see more of these boots, because you know what? This reminds me of Loewe, which I think was the great thing about Jonathan Anderson is he's my style icon. Like, I would like to dress like Jonathan Anderson, who wears like cargos and a boot and a shirt and a t-shirt underneath. I just think it's cool, it's casual, it's chic. If it's well made and in good material, like, sold. Okay, I'm into it. I can have a crazy moment every once in a while, but I think that this to me looks like a Jonathan Anderson uniform, and I think that that's what he's going to do at Dior, is essentially do what he did at Loewe, which is build out a wardrobe that he wears. I think that on the runway you will obviously see the crazy looks. I think that they will produce a bunch of the beautiful pieces like those French 18th century jackets and the couture coat that's $200,000 and all. They'll do that, of course, but I think that when you go and you look on the racks and you look at the shoes that are in the store, it'll look like this. And I don't think that that's always a bad thing. Next up, we have Rami Malek, who is wearing Saint Laurent. I love black double-breasted suit. I think that it works. It's sexy. It's cool. It's men's. It's different. It's having a moment. I like the tie. I think that the shoulder pads even built into that jacket are different. I do feel like a lot of time maybe we don't understand a shoulder pad every once in a while, but it's good to see men in shoulder pads. It's what we want to see. Maybe it's what I want to see. And next up, we have Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Let's talk about Rocky first. Rocky is doing pretty much what everybody else is doing. That sort of button-down shirt, not tucked in. I didn't put a tie on, but I love right now a tie. Like a little undone tie. Sexy. I like the colors though. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. But Rihanna's probably the more intriguing person in this experience. Firstly, she's wearing a pair of gray, what I assume are wool pants. Dove gray, Christian Dior color, very much so like his color. As for the jacket, it's a mixture of a bunch of the waistcoats that you saw on the runway. So one of them has a very sort of 70s feeling to it. It's this blue square, orange square, blue square, orange square tile. Also have this really beautiful back end of the jacket, because that's really, I think, the lining of the jacket. The back end of the jacket, like the real thing that faces out for the most part, is this black with, I don't know what flower it is, but a pink flower, green foliage, and that was also on one of the waistcoats. And I think that that's a little bit more traditional embroidery, 18th century, habit à la française, veste, gilet, historical. I mean, I guess the 70s is also a historical reference. Feels like it was 5 days ago. 18th century, so much longer. Yeah, that's history. I think that that is kind of an intriguing thing, and it's something that Jonathan was referencing time and time again. To me, this feels very, honestly, Rihanna, that sort of mixture of both. It's kind of reinforced by this really light turquoise waistcoat vest that she's wearing. She's also pregnant, so, like, I love that she's wearing it too. Like, she could say, no, I don't want to wear that, I'm just wearing the coat, and like, that's it. But no. She's not afraid of the baby bump. I also like the little sort of scarves that are coming down, very 1930s menswear, traditional scarf styling. I also think this is really interesting to see what the women's wear looks are going to start to look like as we get them. Next up, we have Robert Pattinson, who is also wearing Dior, if you couldn't tell by the gigantic Dior behind him. He's also doing the buttoned collar and the tie thing. The jacket, nice. And what I'll also say is, it reminds me a little bit of barber workwear jackets that in reality are a very Jonathan Anderson thing to reference as well. I think he grew up in a more rural area, so I think it's very familiar to him. So I'm not shocked to see it, and I like that brown one. I think the pants work. I think the shoes, interesting. I can't see the tongues that say Dior on them, and that makes me happy because I like the shoes. I just don't like that it says Dior on them. But not really super radical, but it's kind of not what I'm expecting. Next up, we have Russell Westbrook. Now, he didn't attend the show, but he did walk for Feng, Chen, Wang. I had to, mention it. I really like the cardigan. The shorts? Yeah, the shorts are okay. I don't know if I'm convinced on the sneaker with the double sock, but I just thought, interesting, walking, intriguing. But I like that cardigan, looks good. Next up, we have Sabrina Carpenter. Now, this is probably one of the more intriguing of the attendees at the Dior show because Sabrina's wearing this Dior new look silhouette two-piece. It's a pleated skirt and a form-fitted, wasp-waisted, basky little jacket. I was doing my deep digging. Nobody ever said it was a custom Dior, but I assume because she went to the show, it was a custom Dior. I feel like, oh, well, is this our first look at the women's wear of Dior by Jonathan Anderson? I would say so, or at least one of the first looks. Rihanna's another one, but Rihanna's is very heavily referential to the men's collection, whereas Yes, there are a lot of new look inspired bar jackets and things like that. This one feels very, very just straight up Dior new look cosplay, and not that that's a bad thing. I also think that the silhouette works well on Sabrina. I don't know if I love the peep toe as much. It's maybe my one issue there, but somebody I'm sure is really enjoying that right now. I guess we should also mention the fact that like Sabrina's been in a little bit of hot water recently, and I'm kind of not shocked to see this because in reality it's old school, like this is what society and culture should be going back to. And there's going to be a bunch of those comments throughout all of the videos that people make, we make. It's just people are like, oh, society was better in the 50s. I don't know about that one. But what I'm also going to say is like, it's really a reference from like the 1870s, 1880s. So it's an old school nod. And I do think that it's intriguing to see that, especially with Sabrina Carpenter being given a lot of flack for her recent album cover and the way that the female gaze, just the male gaze, exists in her sort of pop culture landscape. I think it's interesting. Next up, we have Sam Nivola, who is wearing Dior as well. I love that little cable knit sweater. Irish do love a cable knit sweater. And I think that the white with the little flowers on it is very Dior to me. We were seeing a lot of the little subtle flowers earlier on Rihanna. It's a thing, and it's very Dior-centric. The cargo shorts, again, to me, very Jonathan Anderson. Like, pair this beautiful cable knit with a pair of cargo shorts. And, like, there are going to be men, they're going to go, and they're going to buy the cargo shorts. And I know people are going to say, well, why would you buy expensive cargo shorts from Dior if it's not, you know, blah, blah. Rich people. That's what they do. They spend the money. So I'm not shocked by this at all. I actually think it looks quite good. Next up, we have TXT, who I believe are Dior ambassadors. Now we have, firstly, is Subin, and he is wearing this gray jacket, a blue, light blue, baby blue polo. Intrigued. A pair of tapered trousers and the Dior sneaks. We then have Yeonjung. I actually love his. I think that pink, salmon pink cable knit sweater is so, so beautiful. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love how tight the cable patterns are throughout as well. Like normally they're a little thicker, I think. This tight, the undone collar, the pants, fine. He's tucking them into the shoe. I think that looks good. Then we have Byung-gu. I don't know. I don't love the shirt as much. Maybe it's just because there's nothing like popping about it to me. The bag is intriguing. That's one of the Dior bags that we've seen now from Jonathan Anderson. Not for me, but like I appreciate where we're going. But yeah, this isn't my favorite. And then lastly, we have Taehyun. He's wearing a pink polo. I think it's okay. I get that maybe he took his off because then it look a little similar. I understand the looks, but I feel like Yeonjun looks the best, and everybody else it's not really as good, not really as intriguing. At least that cable knit sweater is something nice to look at. And lastly, we have Metawin. Now he is wearing Prada. I like this. I like the double leather. I like that brown. I like that it's rustic. I like it's patinaed. I like the shirt underneath. I like that it's slightly unbuttoned, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. The bag, sweet. The boot, love. All in all, great. So let's talk about best and worst. I'm giving best to ASAP Nast is getting it. Keith Powers gonna give it to Rihanna, of course. Gonna give it to Sabrina Carpenter, Sam Nivola, Yeonjun of TXT. That's good. And as for worst, Bradley Cooper, Future. That's enough. Again, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Foreo for sponsoring today's video. Go check the link in the description box below and use code LAMODE35. I will see you guys in the next one, and TTYL.